Hi everyone, and welcome to yet another Doctor Who Series 4 Wave 2 figure review. And as you can see, this time I'm going to be reviewing the Time Lord figure. So yeah, as the majority of you probably already know, this was a Christmas present from my uncle. And what happened was my parents ordered this along with Half Peck and the Time Lord from Amazon.co.uk, and then they gave them to my uncle, and he wrapped them up, and he came on Christmas Day and gave me them. So yeah, when I got this out of the wrapping paper, I was just really excited because it was a figure that I wanted since I first saw the picture of it, and it does look like an absolutely amazing figure. Now, some of you are probably thinking, why is it in the Series 4 figure range? Because this Time Lord didn't appear in Series 4, but he did actually appear in the Series 3 episode, The Sound of Drums, where the Doctor was talking about Gallifrey, and like in those scenes with the Gallifrey flashbacks, he was in the background. So yeah, it's kind of a bit weird that they put it in the Series 4 figure range. I don't know what happened. They probably just made a little mistake when they were making the packaging. But it doesn't really affect the figure in any way, and it does look like an absolutely amazing figure. It's just a picture of him on the card. So yeah, I suppose now I'll get out of the box and then review him. Okay, so here he is. Now the detail on this figure is just very, very nice. If you look around the clothing, like on the arms for example, as you can see, it has a lot of creases, which makes it look really lifelike. He's also got some creases on the bottom of his cloak here. And also, the bronze medallions that he is wearing are very, very nicely detailed as well, as you can just see there. Also, the face is quite nicely done as well. It's quite an accurate sculpt and quite a good likeness of the actor who played the Time Lord. So yeah, it's just basically a very, very nicely done figure. But something that I've noticed about the paint job on this figure is, on the card, these things here are black, like they are in the actual episode, The Sound of Drums, but on the actual figure they're just red, which is kind of a bit disappointing. But yeah, as I said before, very, very nicely done figure and very well detailed. Now, moving on to articulation, his head can't actually move on mine, but apparently the head on this figure is actually meant to move around, but on my one it's really, really stiff and it's sort of stuck, so I can't actually move it, which is kind of a bit annoying. The arms can move up from the shoulders, but they cannot do a 360-degree turn because, as you can see, you've got this bit blocking here. Can move from the elbows up, and they can swivel 360 degrees on the joint, which is located just above the elbow. The hands can also do a 360 degree swivel. Now he does have a joint at the waist here, but he can't actually move because you got like the sort of cloak which actually like sort of stops you from doing it. But I'm not really too fussed about moving him from the waist because I can't really see why you'd want to make him do that. Okay, so moving on to articulation in the legs now. Now they can only move from the top a little bit because on figures that have big sort of skirts like this one, the articulation in the legs is actually pretty basic. So if you get this figure, don't expect much articulation in the legs, but still has quite a lot of good articulation in the arms though. So yes, now I do really like this figure. The detail on it is really nice, and the paint job on it is just very nice as well. So yeah, let's just give you one last look at it from different angles. It's what it looks like from the top, what it looks like from the side. It's just basically what it looks like from the back. So yeah, and also, by the way, this part, this big thing that he's wearing here is actually made of a very rubbery material. I would have preferred it if it was made of plastic, but doesn't really matter too much. So yeah, as I said before, the detail on this figure is really nice, and I do also really like the paint job on it. And out of 10, I would probably rate it a 9.9 out of 10, because as I said quite a few times before now, the detail on it is just really nice, especially on these bronze medallions. And I think they've done really well with like the paint job and just about everything on this figure really. But the reason why I don't give it a 10 out of 10, or the reason why I give it a 9.9 out of 10 is because these parts here on this thing that he's wearing should actually be black instead of red, which is kind of a bit disappointing. But still, this is a very, very, very nice figure, and I'd highly recommend that you get it. So if you go to your local supermarket or your local toy store and you see it, I would definitely suggest to you buying it. So yeah, please feel free to come and rate this review, and please feel free to send a video response. Oh, and also, I'd just like to quickly mention Dalek Dog 08 and Dinosaur Dude 35.